Hello viewers, so Inec is on their way again to rig the off-cycle election which is going to hold on Saturday in Imo State, Kogi State and Bayelsa State respectively. And Nigerians are yet to recover from what they did during the 2023 general elections. That is the presidential election of February 25th and then March 18th governorship election. Many Nigerians are yet to recover from it, especially the impact of the presidential election on our nation, because Nigerians trooped out in mass to vote for their preferred candidate, yet INEC took it and gave it to someone that Nigerians did not vote for, and now they are on their way to do the same thing in this governorship election that is going to be holding in these 3 states, because we saw what they did yesterday in Imo State when INEC's National Commissioner representing Southeast, Kenneth Ukagu, told journalists to not video the section of meeting they wanted to have in preparation for the election. And that was when other people present started saying, no, why will the media not cover it? That's why they are here to cover this event. So why will you tell them to off their camera? And this is how it broke out. And Nigerians are already reacting to this. They are telling the media to not cover meeting for stakeholders. How much more Saturday's election? We don't know what they are planning to do on Saturday in this upcoming election. And this is actually not what we want. And this does not tell well on our nation at all. Even after the presidential election and all the atrocities that INEC committed, Nigerians were calling for the resignation of Mahmood Yakubu, yet he's still the chairman of INEC till now. This cannot help this sector. I'll be giving us details on this and more, and I will be showing us the video of what happened. But before we go fully into it, I'd like us to please do well to like this video and please do well to subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video. Watch this video of what transpired in Imo State between journalists and INEC and also party leaders. Watch this video, guys.
I think we will plead with the media. I know you are participants, you are part of this meeting, but I think at this point, you should please excuse us with the camera. Just sit down and participate. Let's go to the business of the day. There's nothing secret about what we're doing. There's absolutely nothing secret about what we're doing. Don't do that, please. The media, please. No. You are. No! 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 There's absolutely nothing wrong with what the media has to cover everything we're doing here. Why would you want the media to cover? The media will cover what you are doing. We are not running a secret society. This is about elections. Why do you want the media to running a secret society? What are you hiding? In fact, that is a sign that there is something wrong. Why are you watching out the media? Why are you watching out the media? In a free society. In a free society, in an election. Why are you looking at the media? In an election. We are here to protect others and you can election. And the media don't take others. You cannot do that. And the media don't take others. And the media don't take others. And the neighbors are here so that they know what. And the media don't take others. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And the media don't take others. Let's see what will happen here. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I am happy the neighbors are here to see what's happening. Enough is enough.
Indeed, enough is enough. And like they are asking, are the media not stakeholders? These people are also stakeholders and they are meant to be part of the meeting. And as they are part of the meeting, they have to cover the meeting. So why are you telling the media to sit down? What do you want to discuss in the meeting that you are insisting that the media should sit down? And the people are opposing it. And you are going ahead to tell the media, thank you media, just sit down. And they will sit down and not record or report anything that is happening. That's not how it's meant to be. And like they are shouting shouting enough is enough. Everyone knows what the INEC did during the 2023 general elections, and nobody wants a repetition of that, because the INEC robbed Nigerians in broad daylight and then announced the winner by 4 a.m. to the shock of many Nigerians who voted and who knew who they voted for and who were sure that indeed Peter Obi won the 2023 presidential election. Yet INEC failed Nigerians, and now they want to also repeat the same thing in this off-cycle election they will be holding on Saturday. Nigerians, we are not going to allow that to happen, because these people are actually joking with Nigeria. After they have done all their atrocities, then when we go to court, they will end up doing the same thing in court. That's not the system Nigerians want. Why not allow the people to come and vote, and after they exercise their franchise, give it to the rightful owner of the mandate? But no, you people will fight together with corrupt politicians. Even INEC is corrupt. We all know that. And they are actually no longer independent. You can't tell me you are independent, but you are siding a political party. You can't tell me you are independent, and what we are seeing from everything you are doing is that you are fighting to ensure that the ruling class remain in power. That's not how it's meant to be. Allow the people to make their choice. Allow the people to vote. Not that you will force a candidate on the people. And that's what INEC has been doing over time. That's what they have been doing over the years. That's what they did in the 2023 general elections. And I know the people of Imo State don't want a repetition of this. That's why they are fighting. That's why they had to speak out. Reacting to this on X, this person here said, INEC's National Commissioner representing Southeast, Kenneth Ukeagu, who is representing Mahmood Yakubu, ordered journalists to shut cameras and gadgets after he had declared Imo State's interactive section opened. INEC is too corrupt to be independent. Indeed, INEC is too corrupt to be independent. And Nigerians, even though we have known this for long, it happened clearly before our eyes in the 2023 presidential election, when it was obvious that everyone knows the candidate that won the election. They rigged the election in broad daylight. Another person here also reacted and said, we are seriously saddened and concerned over some unhealthy reports of plans to manipulate the next week upcoming election in Imo State using thugs, security agents, and INEC officials. Furthermore, we call on the people of Imo State to resist any attempt to hijack their mandate. And this is it. We know that this is actually what they have been planning. And we are glad that at least these people were able to speak up. If they had kept quiet, Nigerians would have not known that something like this happened, because the media would have been quiet and just sit down and not report anything that is happening. But because of this opposition that spoke out, now everyone knows about it. Another person here also reacted and said, Hope is set to do the unthinkable just to remain in Imo government house. And this is pathetic. You are the governor of the state. If the people love you, they will vote for you. Why fight? Why buy your way to come into power? And this is one thing with the APC government. They can go as far as buying, paying, fighting just to get to be in power. We saw what they do during the presidential election, and now in Imo State, Hope Uzodimma wants to still do the same thing. Your people are not happy with you. Your people don't want you to come back to power, yet you want to fight them, yet you want to oppress them. Look at what they are doing now just for stakeholders meeting. Imagine what they'll plan to do on Saturday during the election. Another person here also reacted and said, really terrible that INEC don't want to change. And this is it. They indeed don't want to change. They just want to continue to be the pain that Nigerians are going through, because people will come out in mass to vote and their efforts will be wasted. After they have voted, you know the person you will select and make the person the president or make the person the governor. That's not how it's meant to be. You are meant to be a body that will give the people who they want, give the people who they voted for. But no, that's not the case in Nigeria. At the end of the day, they will declare the highest bidder as their president or as the governor. Another person here also reacted and said, Imo people, your life should be your number one priority, and second, protect your votes. Hope you understand me. Go out where prepared, protect your life and vote. And this is it. Your life should be the number one priority, because at this point in time in our nation Nigeria, if you lose your life because of any of this, at the end of the day they will still commit any atrocity they want to commit, but you are already gone. So the first priority, like this person here said, is to protect yourself and ensure that as you go out to cast your vote, you are safe. That's the number one thing. And then we'll begin to fight to regain our nation from these criminals that have taken over. Also reacting to this person here said, "What do you expect now? We saw what they did in Lagos and the presidential election, and Imo and Kogi should not expect less." This person here also reacted and said, "It is not a plan, but a deed. Just wait before Sunday or Monday before you reply to me back. Now evidence is hidden. Nigeria's election is won without votes. Nigerian votes are counted but not used." And this is very sad. It's indeed pathetic. Like the other person pointed out, we all saw what happened in Lagos State. We all saw what happened during the presidential election, that it was clear to everyone, but they still rigged the election and gave it to the person they want to be the winner. Another person here also reacted and said, "And they should remember that there is nothing like court as far as election matters are concerned." And this is it. You can't even think of going to court, because anything that Inec do, that's what the court will stamp on. So it is irrelevant to think that even if they rig, you will go to court. Our judiciary is already corrupt. Another person here also reacted and said, "Of course, they will continue with their criminality." This person here also reacted and said, "No need to be saddened. Inec, police, judiciary, task force are all working for APC. If you must win, don't look at anyone's face. Be hard." Another person here also reacted and said, "Enough of elections in Nigeria. What we need right now is armed revolution. Many of us youth put in enough time, resources to vote in the last general election, and at the end, the Supreme Court decided that a drug dealer won. What a waste of time. No more." And this is it. They have succeeded in making Nigerians to lose hope in our system, both in Inec, in the judiciary, and all of them. Many Nigerians have lost hope in them, and the 2023 presidential election and even the case at the Supreme Court was meant to help Inec and even the Supreme Court to regain their face before Nigerians. But at the end of the day, they still failed us and gave Nigerians a drug baron as their president. Another person here also reacted and said, "Inec and Hope Uzodimma plot to exclude the media resisted by opposition parties and civil society group. The election has already been rigged and nothing will happen. Go ahead and participate in the pageantry that will help validate it." Chai. And this is it. It's actually very painful that people will be going out to vote on Saturday and they are scared because they are not sure that their vote will count. Another person here also reacted and said, "Inec is another branch of APC. No this and no peace." Also, this person here said, "Let it be on record, for close to 9 months now, nothing has changed with Inec. Zero accountability from APC. Missing persons, kidnapping, banditry, stealing and intimidation, anger and rage all over our land. DSS will not see anything now. Still counting down." And that's it. Even after all we saw from the 2023 presidential election, they promised that they're going to upload results in real time. And at the end of the day, they came out to tell us that that's not what they say, when we have video evidence that prove that that's actually what they promised Nigerians. But because they wanted to rig the elections, they didn't do that. And now they are lying that that's actually not what they said. Now imagine what they would do. Now that they have already told us that it's not what they are doing, that they're not going to upload results in real time. So they're going to just give out anything they want to give out. Since even the court stamped it that they can upload their results any way they like, it can be manually or electronically. So they have free access to do whatever they like with the results of the election. That's actually one of the things that the Supreme Court's judgment have enabled INEC to be doing going forward. Another person here also reacted and said, if only we had a genuine government, INEC would have been looked into a long time ago. Mahmood, with his less than 1-star rating amongst Nigerians, wouldn't be running the affair of INEC till date. And this is it. Many Nigerians were calling for his removal, but yet he's still there because he helped Tinubu to come into power. This person here also reacted and said, I am amazed at how you guys expect a level playing field from these guys after the last general election. So you people expect this INEC to be fair after what they did at national level. You want them to rubbish the good work they are doing for their paymaster. Come on, man. And this is it. They cannot actually rubbish what they term good work in eyes of the people they are paying them. They can't, because they have already started it. They are going to complete it. Another person here also reacted and said, there is nothing independent about INEC. This person here also reacted and said, just the way they put off IREV during the presidential election, same way they wanted to put off the camera here. Quite shameful. It's astonishing how the chairman of the corrupt institution known as INEC goes everywhere emphasizing the importance of a free, fair, and credible Guba election this weekend. A person whose name should have been replaced with a tag long ago and handed an orange apron. And this is it. Someone who would have seen himself in jail for all the failures the commission recorded during the 2023 presidential election, yet he's still the same person planning for this election, and we know what they are planning to do. This person here also reacted and said, guys, another sign that INEC is out to destroy Imo State on Saturday. Imo people, please don't give them a chance to do that on the election day. I am not trying to discourage anyone from coming out to vote, but as long as these criminals are in charge of INEC, I wish the good people of Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa State well. Another person here also reacted and said, criminal Yakubu should be chased. As long as he remains there, forget it. This person here also reacted and said, these criminals should be in prison, not conducting another coup called election. Another person here also reacted and said, it will be interesting from now on. We are now officially in a jungle. The strongest alone can occupy the top of the food chain, and it's indeed very pathetic that we know the law, yet they will do things against the law. Even the judiciary that is meant to enforce the law and ensure that people get the punishment they deserve based on the law is now giving it based on those that pay them more, not based on the constitution of the land. Another person here also reacted and said, believe anything they say at your peril. INEC chairman is a traitor, an enemy of democracy, and an embarrassment to Nigeria as a country. From top to bottom, INEC and transparency has no meeting point. I personally cannot go out to vote in any election conducted by a highly corrupt Mahmood Yakubu. Another person here said. Another person here also reacted and said, Imolite, INEC will not use IREV. Every vote must be counted at polling units, recorded, and take pictures of the results before going to State Collection Center. Make sure result is not Mahmood on the way. Keep vigil at the State Collection Center to avoid 4 a.m. surprise. INEC is APC, and it's indeed sad that this body that is meant to be independent is now partisan. And we also saw what happened during the presidential election, that many Nigerians kept vigil, yet they still rigged the election, yet they still failed Nigerians. Another person here also reacted and said, I love this. I know these criminals, INEC, have already written results for Imo State, but they will meet their Waterloo. This person here also reacted and said, is it the same INEC that will conduct a credible election? The parties know what to do if they stand a chance. Why would he ask cameramen to off their cameras if he has nothing to hide? What I know is Imo people should do everything possible to make sure their mandate is not hijacked by Supreme Court Governor, Labour Party all the way. They should see what Alex Oti is doing in Abia State and learn. Also reacting to this person here said, "This is how to play the opposition game. We are wiser now. Inec, shame on you. Fight it now. No court will give you justice." And this is it. No court will give you justice. It's best we do the right thing now. It's best that Imo State and other states that will be having election, it's best that they're able to take their mandate from the poll, because when you go to court, they will still fail you. Another person here also reacted and said, INEC is now another branch of APC as a political party contesting against opposition while hiding from media if there's no skeleton in your cupboard. Rufai Oseni here said, if INEC bungles these elections, then this will be a final nail on its coffin. And this is it. If they failed again this time around, we will know that we don't have any election body. We will know that all what they do is selection and not election. This person here also reacted and said, if after the shambolic 2023 elections, you people still trust Tinubu, Mahmood, Yakubu and INEC to deliver free and fair elections in Nigeria, you guys will learn what Tinubu mean by grabbing and running away with political power. And this is indeed sad. Another person here also reacted and said, for the fact that they didn't change their head after that sham of presidential election, expect exactly the same thing to happen again. INEC is not credible. They are failed Nigerians. All bets are off. And this is it. They are not credible. Nigerians cannot trust them to deliver a free, fair, and credible election. Another person here also reacted and said, in a sensible society, the INEC chairman should be in jail for huge corruption and deception. But this is Nigeria. What coffin? What nail? Look at Kogi, Imo, already a war zone, all in the name of election. What kind of leaders will this sham produce? Another person here also reacted and said, we are not expecting things different from what they have been doing before. You and I know what their intentions are always. Just the bag. And that's it. Just the bag. Anyone who is able to pay them more, they are going to make sure that that person wins the election. Also reacting to this person here said, the elections will be successfully rigged and nothing, absolutely nothing, will happen because Nigerians aren't serious about good governance. They just want their person in charge so they can have access to power. And this is indeed very sad. But Nigerians have woken up. We now know that it's beyond someone who is from your tribe or religion being there. It is actually that someone who is there is able to understand the plight of people and deliver the dividends of democracy. That's why Nigerians trooped out in their mass like we have never known before to vote during the 2023 presidential election. But INEC failed Nigerians, and then the Supreme Court crowned it all. They never spoke anything against the INEC conduct of the 2023 election. They gave them a pass mark, and now we are seeing what is already happening even in this off-cycle election. And this is not what Nigerians want. That's why we will not stop talking until we take back our nation from these criminals. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Please do also share your thoughts about the video in the comment section. Please do also like this video, and please do also subscribe to our channel if you are yet to subscribe, so you will get updates whenever we post a new video.